I would advise against clown behavior when you're trying to play good Pokemon cards. You don't want to play like a buffoon. Yeah, a buffoon is a jabroni. There you go. Precisely. A goober, if you will. Dude, he could go all the way. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Insane. Yes. Let's go. Blissey V is one of the biggest basic Pokemon in the Pokemon trading card game right now with 250 hit points with Cape of Toughness attached. It can have 300 HP and can be very difficult to knock out. With the new Dunsparce from Fusion Strike, we get to completely turn off Blissey's fighting weakness, which makes it even tougher to knock out. Let's scope out the list. Blissey is a Pokemon that's known for healing, and that's exactly what this deck plans to do. Blissful Blast does 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each energy attached to Blissey. Then you get to accelerate up to 3 energy from the discard pile to your Blissey V. This can help you to snowball into some really big attacks, but also helps you to play healing cards like Hyper Potion, which heals 120 damage from one of your Pokemon, but you have to discard 2 energy attached to that Pokemon. We also have Suspicious Food Tin, which heals 80 damage from one of your Pokemon that has a Psychic Energy attached to it. Then you have to discard the Psychic Energy. And then, of course, there's Lucky Ice Pop, which heals 20 damage. Then when it goes to the discard pile, you have to flip a coin. If heads, you put the Lucky Ice Pop back into your hand. If you flip a ton of heads in a row, you can completely heal a Blissey with just 1 Lucky Ice Pop, all without discarding any energy. This deck is very trolly, which makes it super fun to play. We've got 3 copies of everybody's favorite stadium, Path to the Peak, as well as 4 copies of Crushing Hammer to pressure the opponent's resources, as well as 2 Fan of Waves. The Dunsparce is really good for turning off Blissey's fighting weakness, which can be good against single strike Urshifu decks. However, it is still tough to play against Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX decks, since they can easily knock out your Dunsparce with G-Max Rapid Flow. I definitely suggest giving this deck a try. Playing Blissey with 300 hit points and doing a ton of damage is just a lot of fun. So check out the deck in action and let me know what you think of Blissey V in the comments below. So we're playing Blissey against Tordraklev with Mew VMAX. Now the Blissey deck, you know, can wall off a significant amount of pressure, but I will say that it really helps when your opponent doesn't know what they're doing, right? That it really helps. I will say it helps if your opponent is just going to play like a buffoon. And unfortunately, I do not think that we are going to be able to rely on Tord to play like a buffoon. That just does not seem like what the situation is. Okay, we've got Capture Energy. That's good. I unfortunately did not find one of my capes. It's not great, but it's fine. And we can Blissful Blast. I anticipate Tord will take a knockout on this Blissey this next turn. That's fine. And take 2 power tablets in order to get there. And then I'm going to need another backup Blissey, which might be tough to find. And we either draw into it naturally, or I find a Capture Energy. The Meloetta is also tough for us to deal with because the Meloetta has like a higher damage output than Technoblast with its Melodious Echo. I mean, it can reach base 280 with Melodious Echo. So, that's good. All right, cool. Yeah, base 280 is pretty insane. I imagine it's probably going to be a Elisa Sparkle or something. Probably get a couple of those. Or maybe the power tablet to ensure the knockout. One of those two. Yeah, there's power tablet. Quick ball, and then assuming draw into another energy. Cool. So I'm going to get a draw of 6 with Zinnia's Resolve, but so long as Tord finds an energy, then my Blissey is going to be going down. And we're hoping that Tord whiffs the energy. That'd be great. Because if Tord goes down 2 power tablets with no knockout, that'd be ideal. We'd be in there. In there, chat. That would be perfection. I highly doubt that that's what's going to happen, but you know, a man can hope. I have to imagine Tord's got the Elisa Sparkle or the energy. At this point, yes. There's the Elisa Sparkle. And this Blissey is going down. Now, I have only played 1 card from my deck, to which Tord has played a whole bunch. Sick. I'm going to need some stuff in order to not lose this game. That'd be great. Let's Zinnia's Resolve this guy and this guy. I did find the Capture Energy. I did not find one of my capes, dude. Like, come on. I need a cape. I could put down Dunsparce, as funny as that is, just to, like, buy a turn if I have to. You fan away that. Capture Energy, get another Blissey. I can put this down just to, like, you know. Nah, I probably don't need to. We'll put the path down. And then just swing. Go with that. Unfortunately, Tord's hand's pretty big, and I have to imagine that Tord is playing stadiums. I have seen some lists not running stadiums, which is a certain level of degeneracy that I don't necessarily agree with, but is also kind of fascinating. The Dunsparce on the bench could force a 7-prize game, but to do what? Right? Now, Tord needs a switch in order to attack again. That's for sure. He did fail the Cramomatic, so hopefully he doesn't have too much. I do know a lot of the lists have been cutting Peony. This could just be like a gust and wait kind of turn from Tord. I'm fine with that. We got Zinnia's Resolve. Cool. So we're going to use Zinnia's Resolve. Discard a couple of energy. Hopefully find some capes. Beautiful. Hammers. Dang. And then powerful colorless energy is fine. And we'll Blissful Blast. Accelerate some energy into play. Feels good. Zinnia's Resolve is so good against the Mew VMAX deck because you're always drawing 6. Always. It's huge. Finding that Cape was also big because it makes it so that Tord would have to hit an Elisa Sparkle in order to take a knockout. Dang, bro. You hate to see that. Chromatic connects. Tord could get whatever card he wants out of his deck. He could go... I have 300 hit points, right? So he could go potentially Melodious Echo with an Elisa Sparkle. If he has a Fusion Energy in his hand. We'll see very quickly if he's playing Stadiums or not. I've told you, some of these lists are not playing Stadiums anymore. And I suspect that this list might not have Stadiums in it because we're seeing Rotom Phones and Crams, right? And with all of that, it's like, dude, yeah, you're not playing Stadiums. So you're not, that's still not a knockout. 210. Oh, yeah, it's pack it up, chat. Pack it up, chat. Pack it up. Ain't no Stadiums in this deck. Pack it up. So we can do that. And then, yeah, I guess I should probably say, I'm considering a boss. It's not worth it, though. We just want to heal completely. Well, let's see where I am with this Ice Pop. Maybe if I infinitely heal with the Ice Pop. No, we don't. All right. Then we're just going to have to Zinnias. That's fine. We'll do that for 6 more cards. I don't think it's correct to boss the Meloetta. I think it's correct to try and hit a hammer. Yep. And we can hit the hammer off of the active. And the hammers, like I said, the hammers are better than Fan because you're actually solving the problem here, right? Instead of just, like, delaying the issue. You're actually solving the problem, which is important. Okay, Capture Energy. And then Blissful Blast. Accelerate more energy onto the guy. I want 2 Psychics so that I could double Suspicious Food Tin. And then we've got both these damaged Mew VMAXs. Looking mighty fine over here. Tord does not have any Mew Vs on the bench, which means that Tord will not have the option to use that Psychic Leap to heal off either of these Mews. I've got 2 fully loaded Blissies at the ready. 2 Power Tablets still available in Tord's deck, but the no Stadium, it's so greedy. It's so greedy. I mean, but that's like how the Mew VMAX lists. People are seriously doing this now. They're seriously doing the no. It's so greedy, but remove that. And then Tord scooping it up. GG's, Tord. GG's. Now, Single Strike. Well, this is going to be a matchup that's pretty tough. If you haven't already, obviously make sure to check out Tord TCG on Twitch. Tord's got a wonderful Twitch community over there. Absolutely recommend. You want to scope that out. This is another argument that I make, right? Like going first, I get the double attach. You know, we get a knockout on the... You get more consistent knockouts on little guys if you go first than if you go second, right? You see what I'm saying? More consistent knockouts. I hope that this is making sense. All right, we'll capture energy. Are we going 2 Dunsparce this game? I'll at least thin the Dunsparce out my deck. That's fine. Slap down another one of these guys and pass. And we'll see what my opponent has got in store. Also, going first gives you the option to go 2 energy boss, which is not something that you can do if you go second. You get to manually attach twice. And Gust. We'll see what the Unguided has in store for us. They are playing a single strike deck, maybe with... Okay, Marnie. It's fine. I didn't have a supporter in this hand, so we're hoping that off the next 4 or 5 cards, we do find one. There he is. Beautiful. And then who's the attacker going to be? Single strike Urshifu. I knew it. Cool, so we're going to get to knock out the Houndour, which is fantastic. Get all 3 of our Blissey in play. Great. Don't want a fan to put that energy back. We just keep it where it's at. And Lucky Energy, take the knockout. Blissful Blast. And I'm getting all these things on my Blissey. And we're going to hope that they don't knock out my Blissey this next turn. That'd be great. They can use Impact Blow if they find 3 single strike energy. That Impact Blow is going to be doing 240 damage, which will be a knockout. But they have to use Capture Energy, which means that they cannot do 240 damage now because they can only do 220, which will be short of the knockouts, which is great. That's exactly what I'm trying to see. And as you can see, in this matchup, going first was a big deal because I got to get a turn 2 knockout on Houndour before it was able to evolve. And now they're getting a turn 2 attacked with Impact Blow, but it's going to miss the knockout. I'm just that one step ahead because I decided to go first, right? Just consistently that one step ahead. They only have 2 Houndoom in play instead of 3. Going first is just the gift that keeps on giving. Almost doesn't matter what deck you're playing. It's always good. You're going to be one step ahead for, like, you know, the entire game. Now we're doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Oh, I'm taking a knockout, dude. I'm knocking out this Urshifu, dude. That's it. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 200. So they could evolve into the VMAX, but then that's offering up a potential 3 prizes for me eventually. If they keep it a V, they're going to be 10 damage, just 10 damage shorts. So they do evolve into the VMAX, right? And they're still short, but at least they don't get knocked out in return. So now we play the path and we see how lucky we get with our Lucky Ice Pop. That's what I'm talking about right there. Bring it back. Dang it. Now a Suspicious Food Tin could be good. I could basically force the G-Max 1 blow, right? That's all we want to do. We want to force the G-Max 1 blow. Make it so that you cannot knock me out with like a... Yeah, so we're going to do the Suspicious Food Tin. And then I'm going to discard that energy with Research. Hello? What's up? Fan of Waves. I want to put that on so that they damage themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that they damage themselves, like, even more. Because we did 200 damage there. So that's the point, right? So now if they use... They only have 90 hit points left. If they use Single Strike Roar to accelerate more onto this guy... then I'm going to be able to easily clean up that knockout with one of my benched Blissey Vs. So the Dunsparce, I have to say the Dunsparce is earning its spot in this particular matchup. It is, because it's keeping the Urshifu deck just out of range, which is perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so then they go again. And they have to, it's also forcing the G-Max one blow, right? Like, they had to do that. But now all I need to do is 50 damage. So I do need to find a powerful colorless energy. There are 2 in my discard pile. No. Please. A research. I think it's just worth it. Yeah, we just dig. Going for it. Give me the powerful colorless energy. Give it to me. Dang it, bro. That's fine. They actually, it won't even matter because they won't be able to accelerate to this again. So, it literally does not matter. All right. So then we do that. We put them there. We go here, right? And then they cannot Single Strike Roar to this again, or else they knock their own Pokemon out, which they don't want to do, and I have Boss in my hand. So even though I missed the knockout, they're like, oh, there's no way they play Single Strike Scroll of Scorn, right? No chance. No chance. No shot. No way. I'd be pretty sick, though, if they did. There's no way. They're going to have to pass. They don't even have... There's no way that they have a switch to get this thing out of the active. See, they just got all these like item-based search cards that are now just clogging up their hand. And they have to pass. Here we go. Do it again. Take my 3 prizes. Beautiful. Get these guys. I love the Lucky Energy in this deck. So awesome. And then since there's a Crobat on the bench, all I have to do is Boss's orders that Crobat and I win the game. 3, 6, 9, 12. Right now we're doing 12, 13, 13 plus 2 powerful colorless energies. That's 17 plus 1 more energy in the boss, and that's game on the Crobat. Whew. Whew. Let's go. You're telling me I got game against Single Strike next turn, dude? Blissey weak to fighting, doesn't matter. Broken Dunsparce. Absolutely broken Dunsparce, saving the day. You did good, Dunsparce. You did good, friend. You did good. All right, now, yo, Tool Scrapper, chill. You didn't find 2 Tool Scrappers. Who hurt you? Okay. Do that. Retreat our fella. Blissful Blast. 170 damage. No! I misclicked that second one. Oh, it's fine. It shouldn't matter. Hoops. Yeah. Meant to, you know, put both of those on the Blissey, but it's cool. I don't think that it's going to end up mattering. They could come in with this guy. They can't accelerate enough energy onto this guy in order to G-Max one blow. Yet, they would have to start building it up for a future turn. I've got 3 Hyper Potions in my hand. So I can certainly just heal. Looks like maybe they're trying to stall me out or something. They do play, you play the scroll, bro. Woo. Yeah, all right. So you're telling me that they could have done it earlier in the game. Oh, yeah. They had the scroll the whole time, dude. The whole time. Still looking for a switch. Only 4 cards left in the deck. I love this deck. This deck makes me feel like this, you know what? This deck, it's been a long time since I felt this way. But this deck, it feels like Lucario Melmetal. It's starting to, you know? And I loved Lucario Melmetal. Man, what a broken deck. You guys were so impossible to knock out. You could just deck people out playing Lucario Melmetal all the time. There was nothing they could do. Now, what's insane about this board state? Well, I'm going to need, like, a gust or something. But I guess with the Lucky Energies, then I have a chance. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 15, 16, 200. Yeah, we're not quite there. With the Lucky Energies, I do get some draw, even if they one-hit KO me. So that's cool. I'll go up with this guy. Got another Blissey. That's fine. I'm putting this guy up because he's got 2 Lucky Energies as opposed to... Right. Yes, so we definitely just do this. We Blissful Blast, right? 130. That's the reason I kept the Psychic down. And then all I need is a Gust. But I haven't reordered my deck since I put that boss on the bottom of my deck a while ago. So a Capture Energy could also be good. Get me another Dunsparce, potentially. I mean, no, because then they could just Gust. But did they even... They have 1 card left in deck. Like, literally, you're about to deck out. Yeah, you're about to deck out at this point. Like, if you single strike Roar, you lose. So I think I just win. Right? By deck out. They can't do it. We win! We win. GG's. GG's. Yeah, they can't do it. So I would say, like, don't be discouraged if you're like newer and you try the Beedrill Jolteon deck and you're like, I was doing way better without Beedrill. That's quite possible. It's quite possible that you were doing much better without the Beedrill. And it could be, and that's because you're adding like a whole other different like facet of the deck there. So, you know, don't be discouraged. I think that the deck is good enough. I would play it. Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, like, okay, so like heading into regional championships, it's all like, a lot of it is like subjective, right? You know, for a point in time, I was the only player playing my version of Pika-ROM. I was playing this like Pika-Pads thing, right? That nobody was playing at the time. And I top 8'd a regional with it. And even after that regional, nobody played it. You know what I mean? So like, that's fine. You know, a lot of times I'll make my own decks and do my own thing with them. It doesn't necessarily mean that... I should have retreated that, but I didn't know you were playing hammers. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, if I have a deck that I really like, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be playing my same lists or anything like that. And the meta changes incredibly quickly on these online tournaments, right? Because if you look at it, like, Jolteon Beedrill got kind of hyped for a second, And then everybody's like, time to play Urshifu. You know what I mean? It's just like, Urshifu time. Like, let's go. Everybody got their Urshifus. You know what I mean? So, like, then the meta changed. Now it's like, now there's more Urshifu than there was last week. So it's like, things are going to... And then the decks that beat Urshifu are going to do well. So, like, it all depends on... Yeah, it all depends. It all depends. I don't want to just get Marnied for game here. It is a never-ending cycle. I think the day that I played, the day that I played Jolteon Beedrill on stream, if there had been like a regional that day and I had brought that deck into an unprepared meta, I'm like pretty confident that I would have done well, right? Like the day where like nobody's expecting Beedrill. I play this crazy Jolteon Beedrill deck. If there was a regional that day, I'm like very confident I would have done well that day. Because like I was just queuing up into games left and right and people were just like getting absolutely wrecked and they had no idea what was going on. That was sick. So like, you know, if IRL events were around, I would have been trying to do something like that. Would have been trying to like craft a deck that would have been, you know, at that kind of just perfect place right before a regional, and then whip it out at the regional, and then people are like, you know, and then people don't know what to expect. But that's the thing. So like when you say is something good for competitive play, like I mean the Beedrill is always going to be a meta call. I think Jolteon is always going to be a good deck, right? Period. The Beedrill is more of a meta call. Now the online metas get super. The thing is that there are so few players that play online that the online metagame is like this, like, you know what I mean? The online metagame never stops. And there's like less than 500 players who play online regularly. I don't know, like maybe that's egregious. Okay, maybe less than a couple thousand. Like your serious meta followers, right? And there's just this constant. Okay. This is annoying. That's nice. Chen, you said you were learning a lot by playing Jolteon Beedrill. That's important. It's important. Why not attach? Because they play hammers. This is my only energy in my hand. You see what I'm saying? So like I need this energy to accelerate more energy next turn so that I could start healing. Does that make sense? So I need to do this, and I need to... So like I didn't have another guaranteed energy, so I had to guarantee that energy to get 2 more energy. That's why I didn't attach. Does that make sense? Because if I had attached there and then they hammered and then I top decked and was like, cool, no energy, right? Then I lose the game promptly. Whereas if I save the energy, yeah, we play a lot of energy, but you don't want to just make a you know what I mean? You don't want to just play like a buffoon though. All right. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Now we're in there. All we needed was to get stabilized right quick. And now we're stabilized. And we're chilling. I'm going to hit double hammer on this bench Dragapult. And then I'm going to hit him with the Blissful Blast. And now they're down horrendous. I need to know, what is a buffoon? A buffoon is like a person who's not very smart. Yeah. You don't want to play like a clown. Yeah, Buffoon is a clown. You don't want to play like a clown, right? That I would advise against clown behavior when you're trying to play good Pokemon cards. You don't want to play like a buffoon. Yeah, a buffoon is a jabroni. There you go. Precisely. A goober, if you will. Dude, he could go all the way. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Insane. Yes. Let's go. Oh, yes. Oh, thank God. I needed it. Oh, I needed it. Needed that today. Man, that felt good. Phew. And I've even got it. Like, that's the same broken. This is my special Lucky Ice Pop right there. That's a Lucky Ice Pop that never fails. You wanna run it back, chat? You trying to run it back? Yo, this one is. And that's it for Blissey. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content just like this every single weekday. We've got an awesome community over there, and we'd love you to be a part of it. If you've got extra cards lying around your house and you're trying to get some cash for them or store credit or a new booster box, make sure to check out the Full Grip Games buy list. The link is in the description below. We are always buying bulk and singles at the shop, and selling your cards to Full Grip Games is a great way to support the content I create here on Tricky Jim. And y'all have a great day. Peace.